जय गोपीजना वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रजजन रंजन यशोदानंदन व्रजजन रंजन यमुना तीरवनचारि यमुना जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परव्रजगाचार्य स्तोत्र सतस डिवाइन ग्रेस अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रीला प्रभुपाद की इस्कॉन फाउंडर आचार्य श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परव्रजगाचार्य स्तोत्र डिवाइन ग्रेस श्रीला भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर महाराज की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की नामाचार्य शिला हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से गौर श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार शिवाश्रदी गौर भक्तवृंद की All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories, all glories, all glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Ajnananjanasalakaya Chakshurunmilitam yena tasmai Shri Guruve namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam yena bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Shri Utapatakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavam Sya Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padanu Sahagana Sri Lalita Sri Vishnakavitam Sya He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namosute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Sri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhasya Kripa Sindhu Bhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namam Vishnu Padare Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Tinamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gaurvani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashatade Satarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhaktinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So first we read this Transcendental Diary. Travel with His Divine Grace Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada from August 1976 to October 1976 by Hari Suridas. So continuation. Srimad Bhagavatam class was on Canto 1, Chapter 7, verse 12, wherein Sutta Goswami tells the assembled sages that he will begin the transcendental narration of Lord Krishna, topics about King Parikshit's birth, activities and deliverance, and relate the renunciation of the worldly orders by the Pandavas. So this must be, it must be in Vrindavan. Srila Prabhupada began by refuting the mistaken idea of the Prakriti Sahajas who think that Krishna's seemingly worldly activities, such as in the battle of Kurukshetra, are different from his dealings in his Vrindavan Lila. They immediately jump to the Krishna Lila directly with the gopis, and Krishna's activities in other field. They think it is useless. But that is not the fact. Anywhere Krishna is acting, that is transcendental. So superficially appears that what a devotee has got to do with this battlefield. But battlefield or no battlefield, wherever there is Krishna, that is transcendental. This has to be understood. Otherwise, Sukadeva Goswami, why should indulge in describing how Uttara's pregnancy was saved by Krishna, how the Brahmastra was thrown by the Aswathamas? So Sukadeva Goswami is liberated person. Why should he indulge in these material things? No. Those who are advanced, they know that Krishna is dancing with the gopis. That Leela and Krishna is playing as the leader of the battlefield of Kurukshetra is the same. It is all transcendental. One should not make any distinction between the two. So what here Srila Prabhupada is saying that whatever Krishna does, everything is transcendental. Whether he kills the Putana at the age of 6 days, or is in the battle of Kurukshetra as a charioteer, is the same. Everything Krishna does is transcendental. In his eyes, material energy is not material energy. In his eyes, everything is transcendental. It's in our eyes where we think material and spiritual. And that is we are tatastha. So we think material and spiritual. But in Krishna's eyes, everything is spiritual. Srila Prabhupada says, Krishna is all good. Whether he slaps you or whether he embraces you, doesn't matter. He slaps you also for your benefit. He kills you, that is also your benefit because you get liberated. Get liberation, killed by him. So that's what here he's saying. Everything is transcendental. Doesn't matter. Should I continue? I guess tomorrow. So we'll continue Srimad Bhagavatam. Sixth canto, chapter 12. Vritasura's glorious death. Text number 8. So not on the board, so should I just read myself or? Okay. You can go on cell phone. These days Google Srimad Bhagavatam, 6th canto, chapter 12, text number 8. This is Vritasura speaking to Lord Indra. Loka sapala yasyayam yasyame swasanti vivashavase vijayva sicha baddhaha sakala iha karanam loka sapala yasyame swasanti vivashavase vijayva sicha baddhaha sakala iha karanam loka sapala yasyame swashanti vivashavase vijayva sicha baddhaha sakala iha karanam Alayasya
Swasanti vivasavase Vija iva sicha baddha Sakala iha karanam.
Anyone else? Vaishnavis?
Loka sapala yasyame Svasanti vivashavase Vijayva shicha badam Sakala iha karanam
Loka sapala yasyame Swasanti vivashavase Vija iva shichabadha Sakala iha karanam
Loka, the worlds. Sapalaha, with their chief deities or controllers. Yasya, of whom. Ime, all these. Swashanti, live. Vivashaha, fully dependent. Vashe, under the control. Vijaha, birds. Iva, like. Sicha, by net. Bhadra,
Daha,
bound,
bound,
Saha,
Saha,
that,
that,
Kalaha,
Kalaha,
time factor,
time factor,
Iha,
Iha,
in this,
in this,
Karanam,
Karanam,
the cause.
cause,
Translation purport by Srila Prabhupada. Ki Jai. All living beings in all the planets of this universe, including the presiding deities of all the planets, are fully under the control of the Lord. They work like birds caught in a net who cannot move independently. Purport. The difference between the Suras and the Asuras is that the Suras know that nothing can happen without the desire of the Supreme Person Godhead, whereas the Asuras cannot understand the supreme will of the Lord. In this fight, Vritasura is actually a Sura, whereas Indra is Asura. No one can act independently, rather everyone acts under the direction of the Supreme Person of Godhead. Therefore, victory and defeat come according to the results of one's karma, and the judgment is given by the Supreme Lord. Karmana daivanetrena. Since we act under the control of the Supreme Person of Godhead to our karma, no one is independent, from Brahma down to the insignificant ant. Whether we are defeated or victorious, the Supreme Lord is always victorious because everyone acts under His direction. So here, Vritasura is telling to Lord Indra that we all are under the control of the Lord. Isvara Parama Krishna Sachidanand Vigraha Naravidaya Govinda Sarva Karanam Karan. Lord is the cause of all causes. Lord Brahma says that. So, Supreme Person of Lord is the ultimate controller. And here the example is, the birds caught in a net who cannot move independently. The net is which is the controlled in case of the birds. Because birds are in the net and they cannot act independently. So similarly, ultimately Krishna is the controller, he is sanctioned for living entity. Any action we perform is sanctioned. Now, if we go to the another extreme, then the people would think that if Lord is the controller of everything, that means any sinful activities are done. He is in charge of that. He is the cause of doing all sinful activities. Right? People can say that if you go to another extreme, he says if Lord is a controller, then he is doing this sinful activity. He is the cause of having this sinful activity that goes on in the material world. People can say that. Right? But the point is that no. To the Jivatma, he has given some minute independence to decide in which way minute independence wants to go. That is Jivatma has to decide. See? The Prakriti is inert. Prakriti Prakriti cannot function without the outside force. But the living entity, we are spiritual, we are part and parcel of the Lord, but we are given this minute independence, and that minute independence is where we are liable of our karma. See. Here, it was interesting. Srila Prabhupada writes, in this fight, Vritasura is actually a Sura, whereas the Indra is a Sura. How is that? As soon as you read that sentence, because in in the top sentence, Srila Prabhupada, the difference between these asuras and sura is that the suras are known that nothing can happen without desire of the Supreme Person of Godhead. Whereas the asuras cannot understand the supreme will of the Lord. And then next Srila Prabhupada is writing that Indra is a asura and the Vritasura is sura. So how that works? Because usually the asuras, they depend on their own strength. They don't believe in the controller. They think they are the controller. They are everything. See, in case of the sura devotee, they depend on the Lord's mercy. They know that I am not the controller. I am just an instrument to perform the activities. But the result is in the Krishna's hands. See? So the Indra is on one side we say Indra is devotee of the Lord. He is devotee of the Lord. Whenever Indra gets into trouble, what he does? When demigod gets into trouble, what they do? They go to the Lord, Vishnu. Right? And they ask for the help from Lord Vishnu. What should we do? It always happens. Indra, Brahma, they all get into trouble sometimes. See? And they also give the benedictions easily, and then they have to go to Krishna for a help, even though they give the benedictions. It happened in the case of Hiranyakashipu, right? Lord Brahma gave all the benedictions to Hiranyakashipu. And then Lord had to appear as a half man and half lion. Because he had to, Lord had to fulfill all the benedictions of given by Brahma. So here, the devotee, now of course the demigod, they are Sakam Bhaktas. They are Sakam Bhaktas, means they are the devotees of the Lord because they know that ultimately Lord is the controller. Krishna is under the controller. And they also know that I am given this post, by the sanction. Krishna has sanctioned it to take care of this post, to even some function is given because Krishna has sanctioned it. They know that. See? And they act accordingly. See? But in case of demons, they don't believe in the Lord at all anyhow. They think they are the Lord and I'm the controller. See? Same thing happened in the case of Ravana. Right? His brother Vibhishan told, his wife Mandodari told to Ravana that you are dealing here with the Lord. Please give Sita away. See? But he still, and even Lord told him that if you just surrender to me, I will just give me Sita and you will be free. I will not do anything. See? But the demons don't believe in that. They fight on their own power. See? And then here Srila Prabhupada in this fight. Why? Because in this fight Vritasura is Sura, whereas Indra is Asura, because the Indra, he is a devotee of the Lord, but he has also that minute independence to act with the way he like it. And here, Vritasura is, even though he is born in the demoniac family, but he is a Sura. This is Lord. He is speaking this. He is telling that Indra, you are not independent. You are acting independently, But because you are given minute independence, you are acting independently, and you're going to kill Vritasura. This Vritasura is a devotee. So Vritasura being a devotee, Indra is going to kill him, and that's why Srila Prabhupada is mentioning in the purport that whereas in this fight, Indra is Asura. Because that minute independent what Indra has, he is using he's going to use. Even though Lord has already given promise to him. Lord has given promise to Indra that you get the thunderbolt made from the bones of the Dadichi, and that will I sanction that the Vritasura will be killed. See? But still Indra is afraid, Indra is not sure. Because when they were fighting, the fight between Indra and Vritasura, Indra had lost his, when Vritasura fought in such a way that Indra's thunderbolt was dropped. And Indra wasn't sure whether I should use it, or it's going to work or not work. Even though Lord had told him, Lord had sanctioned it, that it's going to work. See? So that is the reason here is mentioned why Indra is in this case Asura. Because he's used the minute independence to kill this Vritasura, who's a devotee of the Lord. And the Lord is such a that he is a controller, but he's controller, but he is not affected by them. He's aloof from the material energy. That's another thing. He's aloof. Just like Lord expand himself in the three Vishnus. Right? And then the Garbhodakshaya Vishnu enters in each universe, but still is not affected by the material energy. And then the Kshirodakshaya Vishnu, I think, is a Paramatma within the heart of the devotees, but still it's heart of the living energy, but still is not affected. He's aloof. Lord is within our heart, supersonic within our heart, but he's aloof. Paramatma is aloof from the what living energy does the activities. He's aloof. He's not affected by the material energy. See? And at the same time, he sanctions it. He's aloof and he sanctions it. So without his sanction, we say the grass cannot move without the sanction of the Lord. See. So the Lord as a Paramatma is not affected by it. See. And so the law, because of the independence of the living entity, he can make the decision which way you want to go. Living entity is given that independent to decide which way living entity wants to go. See. But ultimately, Lord will be the victorious. See. So the time factor here, Kala, the word is Kala, time factor, which is the acting on the living entity. And Krishna says, time I am. As per the time, everything keeps moving on material world. But in spiritual world, there is no past, there is no future. Everything is in present. In the spiritual world, people are not affected by the time. Everything is in present there. So similarly, when Krishna comes here, everything in his eyes, everything is in present. For him, there is no past, so there is no future. See. So the devotee of the Lord, so that Krishna wants that devotee of the Lord, he wants to use that independence in the service of the Lord. He doesn't want independence. He wants to surrender his independence to the Lord. Because he knows that Lord is my well-wisher. If I surrender to the Lord, Lord is going to take care of me. And that's why Lord comes, or Lord he sends his devotee to us, to guide us. So that is the faith devotee has, that if I surrender my independence, fully I surrender, Lord is going to take care of me. See? And that's happened to Srila Prabhupada, right? When he came to Boston, he landed in Boston, and then he saw that, as soon as he landed in Boston, he saw that here he's thinking that everybody is in passion, ignorance here. How are they going to listen my Lord, how are they going to listen the message of Srimad Bhagavatam? Srimad Bhagavatam is Amala Puranam. And Srimad Bhagavatam is none other than Krishna. So Srila Prabhupada is wondering how they're going to listen to me here. But then Srila Prabhupada is saying that, my Lord, you must have some plan for me. You must have some reason to have me come here. You must have some reason. So I don't know what's going to happen, what is your reason, what will happen. But I am just a puppet in your hand now. Right? You make me dance the way you want to make me dance. I'm just your puppet. Right? And that was Srila Prabhupada was always saying, but this is like fully surrender. He is saying to the Lord that I'm puppet. I'm here, just puppet. You make me dance the way you want to say. This is I have no independence. Srila Prabhupada is saying that Lord, I have no independence now. I'm just yours. The way you want to make me dance, make me dance. See. And the devotee knows, and Srila Prabhupada knew that if I fully surrender, then Krishna will be, ultimately I'll be victorious. Srila Prabhupada knew that. And that's why he fully surrendered. And he was victorious. Same thing happened in Arjuna. Right? Arjuna accepted Krishna as his spiritual master. And Arjuna knew that ultimately Krishna is there, and that's why victorious. Right? Before the battle of Kurukshetra was going to start, Arjuna and Duryodhana went to Dwarka. If you all know from the Mahabharata. And Arjuna was sitting at the feet of Krishna was lying, and Arjuna was sitting at the lotus feet of Krishna, and Duryodhana was sitting near the face of Krishna. Right? And both had come for the help, because now battle of Kurukshetra was going to start. And Krishna had all this so much big army. So when Krishna woke up, first he saw Arjuna. He was at his lotus feet. Then he saw Duryodhana also. Right? So Krishna asked first to ask Duryodhana. I think he asked first Arjuna, I think. Yeah, he asked first Arjuna because Krishna says, I woke up, I saw Arjuna first. Yeah. So Arjuna said, there is two choices. Either me, I can be, if someone of you can choose me, but I'm not going to fight. You choose me, but I'm not going to fight. or I have my whole this army. So Arjun chose right away Krishna. And Duryodhana was happy. Because Krishna said, I'm not going to fight. So Duryodhana was thinking that, well, Krishna is not, what is the use of having me with? What is the use of having Krishna with me if he's not going to fight? I would rather have his all these 8 or 9 Akshayohini soldiers with me. Right? So Duryodhana didn't have to ask, and Duryodhana that was his purpose was anyhow. He wanted his Krishna's Akshayohini army. See. So Duryodhana was happy. He thought Duryodhana thought he'll be victorious in the battle. Because Duryodhana thing is I have all the Akshayohini of Krishna. He was thinking that way. You see. And Duryodhana happy he left. So then Krishna asked Arjuna that I am not going to fight, why you chose me? I'm not even going to fight. See? So Arjuna said, well, wherever you are, I have no problem. You are with me. That's it. Whether you fight or don't fight, as long as you are with me, I'll be victorious. Right? See? So that's what here is Vritasura. Vritasura is telling to Arjuna, to Indra. See? Because just like Arjuna was victorious just by having Krishna with him. Right? So similarly, when we understand that Krishna is with us all the time, and our order of our spiritual master is with us, and we act on that instruction, then we are ultimately, when we perform devotional service, sometimes we feel that everything is not acting according the way I want it. Is Krishna really helping me? We think that Krishna is acting same way with other outsiders, same way acting with us. Sometimes we think that way, isn't it? Krishna is acting same way with outside people. What is he doing with? What is the difference? We think that way, right? Is that right? We think sometimes. But Krishna's timing is different than our timing. Krishna's conditions are different than our conditions. Krishna's sanction is different than our sanction. What we sanction, what we think. See. That's the difference. And that's why we need a faith. We need to have faith, determination, and enthusiasm. And Krishna will act. Because Krishna is with the devotee. When devotee fully surrendered, Krishna is with him all the time. And he takes care of him. And he also listens our prayers. Sometimes we think we pray to Krishna and is Krishna really listening my prayers? We think that way. Yeah, Krishna is listening. Krishna is noticing everything what we are doing to please him. See? But that's where we need a faith. And how can we go buy faith in the market? Give me 1 kilo of faith, 1 pound of faith. Can we go buy faith? Can we go buy faith in the market? No. Faith comes by the knowledge, belief, and trust. Knowledge, belief and trust. Example is given, very easy example. If you're gonna go to buy a swing, I don't know whether in this country they use a swing or not. In India, people swing, sit down, and they have big swing. All houses has a swing, and they sit and they just relax. You see. So you have decided to buy a swing. So you go to the shop to buy a swing, right? And as soon as you enter the shop, who comes? Salesman will come, right? Jai Shri Shri Bhakti. So salesman comes and he talks about the swing because he has a knowledge about it. He knows. He will tell, oh, this swing is made up of this wood and it's wood is sturdy and it's going to last long, and we have sold so many swings and price is also right, and he will talk everything about the swing, right? But the owner of the swing, which is in next room, he is listening this conversation between the salesman and the customer, right? So he comes, owner comes, because owner wants to sell. So owners tell the customer, that look, I'm in a business for last so many years, 30 years, whatever years, and I have sold so many swings. This is the one you like it, so many swings I have sold. And he explained everything about the swing. But then what happens? Owner is a little bit big body, and he sit down on the to make us to feel us that we trust. Owner sit down on the swing and he goes back and forth. He's a big body, right? So then you feel that you trust now, because you see that the owner, the big body, he thinks that the swing is sturdy, is going to last long. That is the trust, you see. So then you buy the swing. So similarly, for the faith, to have a deep faith, we have knowledge, belief, but we also need trust. And that we gain by that increase our faith, and that faith comes by the association of devotees, gratitude, thankful to Krishna. Attitude is gratitude, thankful for everything Krishna is giving to us. And we go on with the faith, and Krishna thanks, and Krishna fulfills. Krishna takes care of us. He does it. Same as in the chanting the holy name. Same thing. Krishna is within the name. That's difficult to get it, isn't it? Krishna is in the name of the whole. Krishna is in the name of the holy name. Difficult to get it, isn't it? But yeah, he is. And that's where we need to practice. What is it? Intention, sincerity, and action. So here Vitta Sura is saying, and then Srila Prabhupada is writing, therefore, victory if it come according to results of one karma. So that is the living entity is responsible for their karmas. And according to that karma, we are given the birth. We take a birth, and then we are covered by the three modes of material nature. We act according to three modes of material nature. We act. All living entities act according to the modes they have acquired. The material world. See? And Krishna is so intelligent that if he puts together the people who desire to do some activities, Krishna put the living entity in that family or in that society. Krishna does that. We have no choice. That's what he said, we have no choice. We have choice to choose which karma, what karma I want to perform. Ultimately, Krishna is sanctioning, we have no choice. He does according to his own will. He is not forced to come here. He comes on his own accord. We are forced to come here. But if you surrender to Krishna by bhakti, bhakti can change all the karmas. Bhakti can change whatever karma. That is beauty about bhakti. Beauty about bhakti is we don't have to go through the cycle of birth and old age and disease, one life after another life. Then the karma is over, then he goes back home, back to Godhead. So that's what is here he is saying. And even Brahma, you say Brahma down to the end, they all are under the control of the Lord, because they are chosen by Krishna, and they are not independent. They are under the sanction of the Lord. They are given some responsibilities, so they perform responsibilities, right? But where is the Lord? Brahma is the secondary creator, but he is the secondary creator. But where he gets the ingredients? Where the ingredients are coming from? Krishna says, I have these 8 elements. They are mine, right? So everything is ultimately Krishna is providing those ingredients, and Brahma is creating. Brahma, that's why Brahma is secondary creator. He is not the original creator. He is given that responsibility. He is given all facilities to create. Right? So when Brahma is under that, that's why he is writing, all ingredients in planets, including the presiding deities of all the planets, are fully under the control of the Lord. So Krishna is ultimately the sanction. He is ultimately controller. So the devotee knows that that's why devotees surrender to Krishna. Devotee wants to give away his independence, that minded independent, he wants to give away to Krishna. Krishna, you guide. You are everything to me. Right? Draupadi tried, right? Before Draupadi fully surrendered with her 2 hands calling out Govinda, she tried her little independent to go to everybody. She asked everybody for help. Right? Dusasana was pulling the sari in the front of everybody, and Draupadi, before she surrendered, she went to help for everybody. To Bhishma, to Dronacharya, to Kar, to Kripacharya, even to the Dhritarashtra. But nobody did anything. Right? So ultimately, as soon as she put her hands up and Krishna, I am yours now, Govinda, call out, what happened? Krishna came and provided all the saris. So this is what Krishna does. So here, the Vritasura, he knows. He knows that I'm going to go home back to Godhead. Indra, you will be suffering here. He's telling Indra, you are not intelligent. He's telling Indra, you'll be rotting in this material world. That's what Vritasura is telling to Indra. You'll be rotting here. Yeah, you will get your heaven back, but what is that? You'll get heaven back, but still one day you'll become pauper again. Right? Imagine the Indra has a big post. He is in charge of all the demigods, and he is the Lord of the heavenly planet. He has everything, and one suddenly he becomes a pauper in the street. He has no place to stay even. Imagine. When Bali Maharaj, you will be reading this in this I don't know whether in this canto or 8th canto, Bali Maharaj's pastimes. You will see Bali Maharaj takes over everything, and Indra is just on the he's what do you call when we find the people on the road, homeless. Indra is homeless, and his mother Aditi was crying, praying, please help me, right? And she is asking her husband Kashyap, please do something, right? And Kashyap was so exalted personality. He told her to do the payo, the vrata, which is to please the Lord. And that's why the Lord appeared as Vamandev. So this is what it is. This is what here and this Vritasura is telling to the Lord Indra. And Vritasura he's a very powerful personality. He's not ordinary person. Even though he's born in the demoniac, one is a demon, but he's very powerful. Like Prahlad Maharaj. Okay, so we will further read of this Vritasura, what he's saying, and how his death will be glorious, battle. He will go back home, back to Godhead, even though he will be killed by Indra. Any questions, any comments? Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Srila Prabhupada wrote in his poem,
Mm-hmm.
If you want me to dance, let me dance.
Mm-hmm.
And he was very silent person. Yes. We can continue, maybe.
Sorry?
We can maybe continue if you don't want me to dance.
What? I'm sorry.
If we continue.
We continue as a devotee.
If we continue, if you don't want me to dance, then don't let me dance somehow. My question is, how Jiva Atma, Paramatma is dependent of Sri Vishnus. There are Sri Vishnus. Yeah.
There is Jivatma and there is Paramatma within our heart.
How this Paramatma is dependent on Sri Vishnus, or if it is the same.
Paramatma is the Vishnu.
Sri Vishnus.
There are 3 Vishnus. One is within the universe, right? And one is within the heart. Paramatma is a Vishnu, as a I think it's Shirodakshai Vishnu, right? Within our heart as Paramatma.
I mean Sri Vishnus.
Yeah, so one is Mahavishnu, one is the Shirodakshai, one is Garbhodakshai Vishnu, right? So Garbhodakshai Vishnu is within the universe, and Shirodakshai is within Paramatma, within our heart, and the Mahavishnu is which is on the top. You see, but they are given Krishna is whole and all. Krishna has 64 qualities. Vishnu has 60 qualities, right? But ultimately, Krishna is the one who sanctions ultimately. But even those Vishnus are also, they are as a Paramatma within our heart, but they are not affected by material. They are within, Varma is like given the example of 2 birds sitting on the same tree, right? One bird is acting, another bird is watching the activities. So Paramatma is watching the activities of what the soul is doing. Soul has a desire. The soul has a desire, so that why soul has given that body according to the desire of the soul. See? So now if the soul turns toward the Paramatma, then Paramatma guides him. And Paramatma guides him as a internally, and Paramatma also, as the Lord also send outside as a spiritual master. So externally spiritual master is guiding, and internally Paramatma within heart, the Cheta Guru is guiding you. Now it's up to Jivatma to decide which way you want to go. That's independent is there. You see. And we have to decide. And if we decide, if we use that independent going towards material energy, then we are bound with the fruitive activities. We are bound with the cycle of birth, death, old age, and disease. But if we go towards Krishna and we surrender our independent mind to Krishna, then Paramatma within her guidance take care of us. You see, and that's what happens is the pure devotee of the Lord. Pure devotee of the Lord has completely given his independence to Krishna. Krishna, whatever you do, I am yours. You decide. You guide me. And Krishna guides the devotee. Either through someone else or through the spiritual master. Yes.
How technically it happens? Paramatma gives the orders.
Paramatma doesn't give orders.
And give us, yeah, it is the order, yes, but it's not absolute. Paramatma, Krishna is absolute, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Paramatma accepts the orders, how to say, gives us the orders. Yes, you are speaking about the independence. I don't believe in independence.
But minute independence is there.
What is it?
Minute, okay. Think about it.
Krishna is fighting all the time.
No, Krishna is fighting.
He wants to fight. He likes to fight.
No.
No. This Lila we are reading now, Indra and Vritasura fighting.
Yeah.
Yes.
But that is Indra has chosen to fight. Indra had killed the Brahmana. Vritasura's brother he had killed. What was his name? Trishta? His name? Trishta, yeah. Indra had killed Brahmana. You see, that was Indra's choice. And that's why Vritasura appeared. See? So it was our choice. That is the independent means we can make our choice. That's why we say that we are marginal. We are allowed to make a choice whichever direction we want to go. It's up to us. See? That's what it means. Okay? Yeah. Krishna doesn't want to fight. He wants a peace. And that's why before the battle of Kurukshetra, Krishna went as a peacemaker, right? He went as a peacemaker to tell the Dhritarashtra, please don't do this. Just give the Pandavas just the 5, they want only 5 villages, give them 5 villages. They'll be happy with it. They don't want to fight. So don't do this. He told Dhritarashtra, right? And Krishna was told that if you do the fight, you will be in trouble, everything will be finished. And you will be responsible for what is happening, right? Now it was up to Dhritarashtra to decide whether they want to fight. And there is another, let me tell you one pastime, this will give you a nice example. After the battle of Kurukshetra, this is nice from Mahabharata. After the battle of Kurukshetra, Dhritarashtra's all 100 sons were killed, right? He had nothing. All his 100 sons killed. So Dhritarashtra is asking question to Krishna. He says that, what did I do wrong that I have my 100 sons are killed? He is asking Krishna. What did I do wrong? So Krishna says 50 lives ago, this is 50 lives ago, you were a hunter. He's telling to Dhritarashtra. And you were a hunter, so you went for hunting. And you saw there were 100 little birds. And there was, with that 100 little birds, there was a, father. Their father was there, bird. Father was there with 100 birds. And you were gonna hunt. You were gonna shoot that father first. You were seeing the father was a big, other little birds or little babies. You were gonna shoot. But as soon as you were about to shoot, the father bird flew away on the tree. But Krishna said, you were so angry that you killed all these 100 birds. And because you killed these 100 birds, your 100 sons are killed. But then Dhritarashtra said, wait a minute, Krishna. That means for last 50 births, I didn't do anything. I didn't do any pious activities. Krishna said, yes, because last 50 births you have done pious activities, that's why you had these 100 sons. So if that Dhritarashtra had surrendered to Krishna, then his 100 son would have been killed? No. But that is Dhritarashtra has to make a choice, has to make the choice. And he didn't. So this is what is happening in the material world. They are making their own choices. That's why here Srila Prabhupada says, in the purport, he said, Karmana daiva netrena. Therefore, victory and defeat come according to results of one karma, and the judgment is given by the Supreme Lord. Ultimately, Krishna is giving judging through Yamraj. So, Krishna even doesn't have to come for a day. But for devotees, Yamraj doesn't come. Yamraj is not going to come. If we have neck beards, we are hearing. We are Srila Prabhu, when we leave the bodies, devotees are chanting around us, devotees are chanting, Srila Prabhupada is chanting, we have neck beard, we have tilak. Yamaraj is not going to come. Yamaraj is not going to send Yamadutas. No. That's guaranteed, given by in the 6th canto. In 6th area, here in the 6th canto. In the pastimes of Jamil. Yamaraj telling to Yamadutas that wherever my devotees are chanting the glories, you cannot go there. Wherever glories of Srimad Bhagavatam is spoken, you cannot go there. So we are safe. Yamaraj will not come. Yamadutas. Is that answer? Any other question? Yes, Madaji.
I was wondering when there was the situation you described when Krishna was sleeping and Arjuna was at his feet, and so on. And then he said, I give you my army to Duryodhana. And isn't it very sad, because all this army from Krishna, are they not devotees, and are they not a little then completely disturbed? Now I have to fight for the enemy. It's kind of a sad situation. And
Okay.
they also were all killed. They had that karma.
Well, there were two choices, Krishna said. Either me, and second choice, my army. You decide. So first choice was given to Arjuna. He said, I want you. As long as you are with me, I have no problem. You take care. Right? Now in battle of Kurukshetra, Krishna was there. So even though they are killed, but they are liberated. Everybody in the battle of Kurukshetra, they are all liberated. Even though they are killed brutally, they all were liberated. Because Krishna was there. See? So it's like how is that Krishna is there and his Abhimanyu is killed? How is that? Krishna is there, right? People can, outside people can question. Krishna is there and he's allowing his sisters, like Subhadra's son, allowing to nephew. Krishna is allowing to kill nephew brutally, but there is higher purpose ultimately, right? So that's where we have to see the broad perspective, and that's where sometimes when we perform devotional service, when we're preaching, we think that why I want to preach, but why is all these things happens to me? Why Krishna is not making very easily for me preaching? We think that way, isn't it? Sometimes we do. But the whole purpose is that when we go through difficulty, is broaden our perspective to see on a broad scale, larger scale. See, and as we go through this test, our consciousness is raising more towards higher and higher towards Krishna. See, when we go for book distribution, usually we think, I am the doer, forget it. You're not going to distribute the books, right? But when we depend on Krishna and say, Lord Chaitanya's mercy, and we see that this Jivatma is suffering, let me help. Please, Lord, guide within me and please let me help this Jivatma to uplift. Then Krishna helps, because Krishna is within that person's also heart. So Krishna makes him to stop, and then you talk to him and give a book. Isn't it? That's why it happens. How many book distributors, they go out and they cannot do anything for a half day, and they say, oh my gosh, it's half day passed and I didn't even distribute one book today, half day passed. But then they remember that, oh well, I think I was thinking I was the doer here. Then you remember. Then suddenly someone comes and distributes whole set of books to him. That happens. Is that? Any other question? Okay. Hare Krishna. Thank you.